Hello guys, welcome back to Beyond the Realms, and today I have a new Blu-ray review, and it is for a wrestling Blu-ray. It is for Shawn Michaels' Mr. Wrestlemania 2-disc set, which just came out last week, I believe. Yeah. This is probably, I believe, the first wrestling Blu-ray I've bought. I believe it is, actually. I have a lot of DVDs, but I think it's the first wrestling Blu-ray I've picked up. And I was thinking about this. I was like, I was a little hesitant because the WWE Network is coming out. I'm of course getting that, and all these matches will be on that. But the collector side of me said, why not put this in your collection? And I didn't own any of these. This is of course all of his WrestleMania matches from WrestleMania 5 all the way up through WrestleMania, what one is that? The last one he did with The Undertaker, WrestleMania 26. So, not owning any of them made me want to go ahead and get it, plus having it in HD and everything. And, the main selling point for me was the bonus stuff on here with him, this isn't really done like a documentary, like, Triple H's thing that just came out was like a big documentary about him. Then it had, matches on separate discs. This is done differently than that. This is basically, each disc is a little more than 4 hours long, and it has Shawn Michaels talking before and after every match, telling, the things that happened leading up to the match, his thoughts, of course, on the match, the frame of mind he was in at the time, things he was going through at the time, different situations, and it's all very interesting stuff to hear, with each match, how it's broke down. So it's like a documentary mixed in with the matches, and I like how they did that, instead of it just being separate things. Some people might not like it like that, because I didn't see anywhere where you could just watch his interviews or just watch the matches. It's pretty much straight through, but it's all broken up into chapters too, so, you can skip to each one if you would like. But yeah, okay, I'll go ahead and show you the disc here. Of course, is the front. In the back, you have this. And on the inside, you have your 2 discs here. And then the insert sleeve here on the back tells all of the content. As you can see, there are quite a bit of Blu-ray exclusives there. But it starts off a walk down memory lane going to New York. That's 2 little segments where Shawn's talking, and then it starts right off with it's WrestleMania 5 from 1989, the Rockers versus the Twin Towers. And like I said, it goes all the way up through WrestleMania 26 with Shawn Michaels against The Undertaker, Streak versus Career match from 2010. So every single WrestleMania, that he was involved in is on this. It's cool to have them all in one collection. And I believe this is the first time you could ever get, like, his first couple of WrestleManias in HD. I believe so. I think it is the first time they've been available on Blu-ray. So yeah, the Blu-ray exclusives on here, it's little tiny segments. All of these together actually only runs 20 minutes. But there is some cool stuff in here. It's got the Rockers talk about the Twin Towers. That's the little interview segment they did before they come out for their match. Shawn Michaels talks to Rhonda Shear before WrestleMania 10. Shawn Michaels with Pamela Anderson. Shawn Michaels and Sid talk with Nicholas Turturro. That's pretty cool. Sid's just going ape shit berserk and that. Shawn Michaels' post-match interview in his first WrestleMania back after he wrestled Jericho in WrestleMania 19 in 2003. Shawn Michaels says goodbye backstage. That's after his second match with Undertaker. Very cool. This is right when he gets back behind the curtain. He has a long embrace with Vince. Vince is crying. He has a long embrace with Triple H. He's crying. Then he goes to Stephanie, and it's just through everybody. Everybody's standing there clapping, and just on and on and on. Undertaker's there. Batista's there. Everybody's there. It was there at the time. Really, really cool. And then it has friends leaving the company because you're a girl, one demand for Rick, the Flair watch, hell to pay, at least the dude's got balls, end of an era, Mr. WrestleMania versus The Streak, the Shawn Michaels Encore Tour, WrestleMania Wish List, Flair, Michaels, and Jericho. So like I said, all of that is only about 20 minutes long, but it's really cool. Little things that they left out of the regular little interviews that are on here. But yeah, this is just so awesome, guys. And with me just getting back into wrestling again and being out of it for a while, there's actually quite a few of these matches that I had not seen before. There's a lot of the later WrestleManias I have not seen, and that's the first thing I'm going to do when I get the network is go back through some of these WrestleManias. But I tell you, the match that really, really impressed me on here that I didn't know anything about going into it was from WrestleMania 21, Shawn Michaels and Kurt Angle. That was an awesome match. I was very, very impressed with that match. It was just very intense. I mean, every time you thought it was going to end, and they were going to go for the 3 count, man, something else happened. It was just a very intense matchup. I loved it. I thought it was great. And the outcome surprised me, too, in that one. In the Shawn Michaels and Mr. McMahon match, jeez. That shot where Shawn Michaels hits Vince with the ladder, and Vince doesn't put his hands up or anything, he just takes the ladder right in the head, falls on the ground, and they immediately do a close-up of him, and blood is just like gushing out of his head. I mean, my God, if I was the referee, I'd be sitting there thinking, damn, should I stop this match? I mean, he may have just had some permanent damage done. It's just crazy, some of the bumps that guy took in that match. I mean, a lot of his matches, but that one, geez. Looks like, he was just a bloody mess at the end of that. But yeah, just so cool, man. And of course, his matches with The Undertaker, just legendary matches. And, I really hope that he leaves it at that. There's parts on here where he talks about people that he wishes he could have wrestled that he never got to. And The Rock was one of them, and I can't remember who else he said. But, there's part of me that sits here and thinks, okay, well, The Rock's talking about coming back next year. Maybe Michaels will come back and they do one last final match. But in a way, no, I wish they would just leave it as his match with Undertaker, where he retired. Just leave that as your last match. That should probably be the final send-off because it was such a great final match. And, yeah, but guys, I highly recommend this Blu-ray if you're a wrestling fan, but if you're a Shawn Michaels fan, this is a must-buy. It's absolutely excellent, guys. I give this a 10 out of 10. I mean, the WWE, they go all out. Now, if you've owned a lot of these pay-per-views before, it doesn't really make sense to buy this just for the interview footage. I mean, I know there's some hardcore fans that's going to disagree with that, of course. But, somebody like me who didn't own, I only own a few. I own WrestleMania 5 and 6, I believe, right now. So I didn't have hardly any of this stuff. And like I said, a lot of it I'd never even seen, so it was a no-brainer for me. And plus, I love Shawn Michaels, so, it was really cool. And WWE just goes all out, man. I mean, you're talking 9 hours of stuff, which they typically do on all of their releases, which is just incredible. It's a 2-disc Blu-ray or a 3-disc DVD. You can get this for right around $20. It's well worth it, guys. So, yeah, that's my review of the Shawn Michaels Mr. WrestleMania Blu-ray. Pick it up now, guys. I hope y'all are doing well, and I'll talk to you soon. Have a good one, guys. Later.